Hi guys, it's Lily. I thought I'd make a quick video to show you what I'm doing. I'm feeling really sad right now, and the best thing to do when I feel like that is to stop the mundane stuff that I'm doing and come in here and do something crafty to try and banish the black cloud. So that's why I'm in here, and I thought I would talk to you guys because it cheers me up. Anyway, I bought this book, and I bought it because I was interested in reading it. Victorian age is my interest. I think perhaps that's the first time that I was around on the earth, if you believe in reincarnation. There are a few things about it that I seem to find almost familiar. So, and a couple of things have actually happened, and I've no idea why it's happened, but it reminded me of something that happened before, but it hadn't happened before, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so I have this interest for Victorian times, and I've been trying to read this book, and I have been trying to read it. No offense to the author, I'm sure it's great for what it is, but it's very historic with dates and things. What I was hoping for, it's called Mrs. Robinson's Disgrace, the private diary of a Victorian lady. And that was what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a diary. And to read sort of just excerpts of the diary, which it didn't turn out to be. Anyway, so I soldiered on, and I got about halfway through, and I wasn't enjoying it at all. Usually I can get through a book maybe in a week. If it's really good, I won't put it down. I'll get through it in a day or two. But this was going on, and I just thought, what is the point in wasting my time reading this when I'm not enjoying it? But I really liked the cover, and it was a paperback. So I knew that on its own I couldn't use the cover for a journal cover. I'd have to do something to it. So I've just chopped out the book block of it. And it's all still attached. This is going to be good for backgrounds and insert pages in journals because of the language in it. There's no bad language at all. If you watched my previous video on the watercolour backgrounds, you'll know that every page had, effing this and effing that on it, and that's going to have to be covered up if I'm going to be using it in any kind of artwork. So this one I shall definitely keep hold of, and there are the odd little graphics in it that I'll use. So yeah, I will use that. That will get repurposed. I bought it in Poundland. Looking on the back of it, the RRP is $12.99. So, I bought it for £1. It's not the end of the world, and it will get repurposed. So what I've done is I took the spine. I took the cover off, and it ripped a little bit on the spine. So I've put some offcuts of those blue file folders that I chopped down to cover my art journal. I've still kept hold of these because they were quite a good size for strengthening spines and whatnot. So I stuck that in there. Then I shoved some duct tape over that to strengthen it a bit more, and I've used a whole sheet of A4 cardstock. It has been glued down and taped down. And then I have used my matte medium stuff, which I found. It's not in Mexico, Shannon. It is here, but it's not talking. It won't give up on the other things that have disappeared. So you know, something's fishy about this, you know. I'm not quite sure what, but the heat tool and your corner rounder haven't appeared, I'm afraid. But I think that it has been rotting in a Mexican gel for a while because it looks a bit funky. I'll just get it and show it to you. Now, I haven't used this for a while, I don't know, a year or so, but it's been closed up, you know, it's not been like opened, but it looks a bit, yeah, that doesn't look quite right. I'm sure it was a lot more liquid. It's taken on this like yellowy tinge to it. I think it's gone bad, but I thought I'd use it and see what happens. At the moment, what's happened is it's kind of sticky and bobbly on this, but it's still wet. So I've slathered the front and the inside in it, and we'll see what happens. And if it's a hot mess, then I will go over it with the gloss one, which is weird because I bought it at the same time. Yeah, sticky. I bought it at the same time as the matte one, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But I have a project in mind for this, so I just thought I'd fill you in. So I've finally gotten round to chopping that up and doing something with it. I did a massive printing out spree the other day. I've actually used up all my cream coloured card. I need to go to Hobbycraft and get some more. What I did was I was archiving the emails sent to me from Debbie Ann at Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and every week, every Friday, she sends out a new freebie in an email. So I went through them and archived them and downloaded all the images and put them into a file on my computer. And then I thought, well, let's get some of this stuff printed out and actually do something with it. So I've printed out, they're all one-sided. Don't know where I'm going to put it. I really need to tidy up. Does anyone want to come and tidy up my craft room? Because honestly, if it gets any worse, things are going to fall on me and you're going to need to send for help. Some, like, you know, Saint Bernard or something. It's not good. Anyway, so I've just printed out, and what I thought I'd do is go for like a vintage steampunk, but slightly more feminine style. I mean, I'm not a girly girl, as you've probably realised by now. And I'll use the other half for something. I just didn't have another image that I wanted to scale down that small. Yeah, so I wanted to go vintage. I wanted a bit of steampunk. I wanted it to be a little bit ladylike, but not super girly. So that's what we're doing. My ink ran out here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop it off. You know, where the ink starts going a bit funny. You know, it's still usable. So these are all of her freebies that she has been so very kind as to send to her followers. It's like this. This is it's called Steampunk Rose, and this was one of the things that inspired me to do this kind of project, because it's, you know, it's a mix of the two. And then I thought, well, what better to use than that cover of that book? And I like the cover as well because it's got like a foil. If you can see, it looks really dodgy with that matte medium on it. But it's got like a foil on it. So, yeah, I thought that'd be cool. I cut out two of these. I haven't cut it out yet. I printed out two of these. It was actually by accident, but it's so pretty that I think I might have one as like a loose add in, and maybe I'll stitch one in as well. I'm not sure yet. But like I said, all of these were from her weekly newsletter. So there's the other one I sent. So I've done loads of printing, and which is quite nice because I hadn't printed anything out in a while. And I'll do some stamping, and I'll probably make some more coffee dyed papers as well. If you watched the disastrous watercolour background one, you'll know that I got another spray bottle to do coffee dyeing, so I'm going to give that a go. And as Felicia, hi Felicia, loved watching my my previous one and thought it was great fun to watch, then I shall film that as well, and you can all get messy with me. This one I scaled down, so I've got 2 images on, they came as one. So I've got 2 images on one piece of paper. These are just beautiful. Some more very pretty ladies with hats on. This one won't necessarily go, but I might put it in my art journal or my normal journal. I'm not sure yet, but I wanted to print it out. This one. This one. And this one. So all the offcuts, when I cut that out, will go in the recycle bin, and I will be putting those into this this book that I'm making just out of the blue. Really, I didn't really know I was going to do it, to be honest. So yeah, as my heat gun is still missing in action, I've not had any bail letters for it. Shannon, have you heard anything? Because I haven't. I'm just going to have to let this dry on its own accord. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it next, to be honest, because it's all sticky and it's all a bit there. So I don't know. Watch this space, I guess. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be dyeing some more coffee pages, and I will be filling this up. It's not a bad size binding spine to do the binding with, so I need to stop touching it because it's all sticky and gross and yeah, so I will be filling that up with all the bits of ephemera and whatnot that you've just seen. I will link Ephemera's Vintage Garden Etsy shop in the description box, and her channel as well, YouTube channel. I've bought a lot of kits and things from her, so if you'd like to have a look at her artwork and maybe buy a couple of things for yourself, then you can do. I really like all the stuff that she does. I'm not affiliated with her at all, but I'm just sharing some stuff that I like. And if you go to her website, you can join for the mailing list, so that you will start getting the freebies on a Friday as well. So if you're interested in that, you can do that. And I believe you can probably backdate on the freebies. They won't be sent to you. You have to do the legwork yourself. But you can probably go to the website and click through. I'm pretty sure that's what I did, but I've been on her mailing list for years now, so it was a long time ago. My memory's not that good. So yeah, Debbie Ann, she's fantastic. Ephemera's Vintage Garden, some awesome stuff, all linked down there. So yeah, that's it for me right now. Like, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you later, guys. Bye.